Patriots offense, this is an interesting dynamic that's developed with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Hunter Henry has emerged as by far, the favorite target, 15 targets, 10 catches, 127 yards. The next guy on the list is another tight end, Austin Hooper, with 36 yards. From 127 all the way to 36, there's KJ Osborne, signed in free agency from the Vikings. He's got only 4 catches for 28. And down the list we go. Demario Douglas expressing some frustration. Jacoby Brissett said yesterday, I'd be disappointed if he wasn't frustrated. 2 catches for 12 yards in 2 games. Not a lot out of the passing game, except for Hunter Henry. Do you think that changes tonight? Or, do you just keep doing what works?
Well, I think if you're the Jets, part of it is you want to take that away, right? I mean, if you have one player who is clearly above the rest when it comes to both targets and receptions, then that kind of is a trigger of, okay, well, that's the guy we know we need to stop. Let's make all the rest of these guys beat us. So if Douglas is upset and he's only gotten, a couple of catches, he might have more opportunities tonight just based on the way the Jets play their defense, right? So they are, if you're the Jets, are we going to try to force Jacoby Brissett to make decisions and put the ball elsewhere into, guys' hands that he may not have as much trust with, right? If you're throwing the ball that much to Hunter Henry, it probably is a little bit defensive directed, right? Because that's where the defense is allowing the open man to be, but also it has something to do with trust. And you understand that this guy is another veteran guy. He's going to be where he is supposed to be when I let go of the ball with anticipation. So that's one of those things where if I'm the Jets, I'm looking at it to say, okay, well, we know that Hunter Henry just can't beat us tonight. And if he does, shame on us because it's going to be our fault.
I don't have access to the full Hunter Henry next-gen stats route tree from the first 2 weeks, but there's a chance some of those targets and catches have been checked down-ish because, depending upon the route that's assigned to the tight end, if the outside receivers are covered, there's my security blanket. There's my check down option. There's my guy that I can rely on. And there clearly is a level of trust between Brissett and Henry. And, it may be a situation where even if he's covered, you can still get it to him and he can go and make the catch. Running games tonight will be important because it's kind of the year of the running back so far. The item I posted before the show started, J.K. Dobbins, mentioned him earlier, and Jordan Mason of the 49ers. There's only 6 guys that have ever done what they have a chance to do. 3 games to start the season, 100 yards rushing in each game, a rushing touchdown in each game. Only 6 have done it, headlined by Jim Brown, who did it for the first 6 games of the 1958 season, a season that I do not remember because I was, contrary to popular belief, I was not alive then and definitely was not a football fan then. But they can both get to 3. And you've got 2 good running backs in tonight's game, Rhamondre Stevenson, who is 5th in the NFL in rushing with 201 yards. Breece Hall, who has only 116, tied for 25th. I mean, we kind of expect breakout from Breece Hall this year. Breece Hall's got the higher over-under from DraftKings tonight at 65.5. No, he's 63.5. Stevenson is 65.5. But there's just been this sense that Hall's the better guy. I just feel like Stevenson is more central to the Patriots offense than Hall is to the Jets offense.
I would agree with that assessment. I think that, when we think of the Jets offense, we think Aaron Rodgers first and, the way that he can get a passing game going, and then Breece Hall in the running game second. But, I mean, this is now Breece Hall is more than a year removed from the injury, right, that he had with the knee in his rookie season, and that took him out. And then, athletes always talk about this, how if you have a major injury, it's going to take you more than a year to really come back and to really start feeling like yourself. And so this is one of those opportunities where Breece Hall can come in and really start to feel like himself and show that he is that guy that we all felt like he could be when he was a rookie and he was tearing things up, because he was really, really good. I mean, this is not something that we're making up out of thin air, right? It's something that we've seen before. But I think you're right when it comes to Stevenson and being more central to that offense. I mean, if he's not going to get going and you've got to rely on Jacoby Brissett to throw you out of situations, Jacoby Brissett is prone to making a mistake. He's prone to throwing the interception that might be ugly. So that's where I think you're absolutely right, that Stevenson really is central to that offense. And if they don't get him going, or they don't get the run game going at all, then you're probably looking at a Jets win.
And ultimately, all we can really hope for in these standalone primetime games, especially for my own selfish purposes, I got 2 games a week that I can really focus on. Because Sunday, it's this blender of activity.
It is.
Early games, late games, getting ready for football night in America. Sunday night, there's only so much of the game that I can really watch in real time. Monday night and Thursday night are the opportunities to watch the live game and hope for an exciting finish. There is something that is still magical to me after all these years of watching football, of understanding that this is a game that is coming down to a play here, a play there. What can the offense do? What can the defense do? Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.